I have for you the top 20 ways to make a lot of money in GTA 5 Online. Now, when I say a lot of money, I'm talking about millions upon millions of dollars if you actually grind this stuff out. Now, everything about this show is 100% solo and fast. With that being said, hey, let's jump right into this. Now, the first thing I'm doing when I jump in GTA Online, I'm doing this right here. I'm calling Franklin up. You ask yourself, Dip, why are you calling Franklin up? Well, guess what? He has a payphone hit ready for you. And payphone hits are pretty darn easy and actually a lot of fun. You can do them every 10 minutes in GTA Online, meaning, hey, you can keep on farming this every 10 minutes and make yourself a whole bunch of money. So for my payphone hit, it's a simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy type of little mission right here. Now, for me, I had a night the target. Now, there has to be a certain way you got to do this. Me, personally, you know, Franklin said that you got to do this the right way. You do it the wrong way, you don't get the bonus. Now, for me, the right way of doing this was I need to get myself a lowrider. So, you know what? I went over here to this yellow little circle, has a question mark on there. Questions are being arised, and I'm going to answer them right here. Because right here, look at this, bada boom, bada bing. I got 3 NPCs chosen by this lowrider that I happen to need for this little hit. So I popped out of nowhere, said, you know what? See you later, alligator. Took care of all 3 NPCs. I got myself into the lowrider. The reason why I got myself the lowrider for this mission right here is because they're going to think somebody else did it and not me. Now, the target was in this car right here. This car here is so strong. It's so durable. It's like a thing of cankles. I just can't believe how strong they truly are. Now, this car here, honestly, is very strong. And now the objective is we got to night the person in the car. We got to make it look like it's a setup, right? Me, personally, I can't drive. As you can see here, I'm having a lot of problems. Now, personally, you can just night the guy in the car, but I wanted to go out with a little bang, right? I want to make it a little more fun, right? I was having fun. It's like cat and mouse I was playing, right? But eventually, night. So now I got the guy nighted. I'm all in the clear. I have this guy's car. It's a nice lowrider. I stole it from 3 pedestrians. We're not going to talk about it. And guess what? Now I got myself the Gucci Great Grand Wonderful. How much money did you get for that little hit right there, Deb? Well, actually, I got the bonus. I got myself $45,000. And if you're curious to know how much this will be when it's double money and RP on payphone hits, that'd be $90,000 right there. Now, since we got one method down, we have 19 left to do. Now, this next one here is actually new in GTA Online, and I like it a lot. You can do this every day in GTA Online. It's a once-a-day kind of thing. So Big M said, you know what? I got a couple things you got to do today. So I'm like, guy, what does M got for me to do? Now, this is a new thing in GTA Online if you didn't know. This is a lot of fun right here. So I jumped in GTA Online before, and I came across this little icon. I never saw it before. This is a first. This is a first right here. Now, Big M wants us to night somebody in this location right here, which is good because that means more money in our pocket. So I came over here a little concerned because there was a purple little icon right here. So I called my boy up, the Big M, and said, what do we got to do? And he's going to give us all the details we need to know. Pro tip right here, you got to listen to this point right here. If you want to get yourself the bonus, you got to do with the weapon of his choice. For me, it was a sniper. So I'm like, all right, so I got to go over here to this yellow icon where there's more questions arising. There's so many questions, right? And this is what the man looks like. Now, I got to find the house. I got to find the man. 2 things I couldn't really find, to be honest with you. It took me like 12 minutes because I'll be honest with you, lost. Now, if he's not in the front, it might be in the back of these houses right here. I literally went through every aisle and every gosh darn crevice I could finally find. Eventually, behind this house over here, I'm like, wow. He's with his friends in the back, just chilling like a villain, like anybody else would do in a nice day in the summer heat, right? And I was actually happy to see this man. I haven't found this man for at least a good 40 minutes, it felt like, because I couldn't find him all. But the whole entire time, he was chilling in his backyard. Tremendous. So I got close and personal to them, and they didn't like it. They didn't like that at all. So they started throwing hands at me. So I got my sniper out because we needed to use the weapon the Big M told us to use. So for me, it was a sniper. Use whatever he tells you to use. If you don't use what he uses, use something totally different. Listen, it's not going to be good for you. You're not going to get a lot of money. So right here, I used the sniper and all of them. Made sure to double tap this man to make sure he's nighted. Bada boom, bada bing. Now I got to take a photo of the man. Before I could take a gosh darn photo, I got ambushed again by more NPCs. So keep that in mind. There might be more of them around you. So go ahead, take them out. Like right here, look, I had more people popping up out of nowhere. So eventually I got my photo. I sent it to Big M, and guess what? I got myself 2 stars. Rockstar, if you're watching, I had a gosh darn suppressor on. Makes no sense, but hey, you can't jump over that fence, just to let you know. But eventually got myself out of this neighborhood, and I'm gonna get myself some good old money for this right here. A lot of money, actually. I'm gonna get myself around $60,000 right there for that nice little hit. Now you can do this once a day in GTA Online, only once a day. So keep that in mind. So after that, I came over here to my auto shop, and I had myself, this is like a high range vehicle, right? So I started putting everything they told me to put on the bottom there. And once I put everything on the bottom on my car, I said, you know what? Time to go ahead and deliver this vehicle. You don't want your staff delivering it, because if your staff delivers it, a good chance they're going to destroy it. Now, right here, you got to listen. You got to drive with care. You got to be careful. Watch out. These NPCs have a mind of like no other. They literally know where you're driving in this game. They literally will turn into you. So make sure you're driving carefully. Don't go too fast, because if you slide and hit your car into some kind of thing, you're going to lose some money. And we're trying to make as much money as possible. And pro tip, when this is double money and RP on this, you want to be doing these because this makes you a lot of money. So right now it's not double money and RP, but it's alright. So I made it to the destination, not a scratch on my car. It might smell like farts, but nobody's worrying about that. I got myself $80,000, which is tremendous. And usually when I have one car in my garage, there's usually another one in there as well. So I decided, hey, let me go back to my auto shop, and guess what? Another car was there. Now I don't believe this one was a high range vehicle. I believe this was mid range. I said, you know what? I don't care. I'm putting anything I want on this car, and bada boom, bada bing. I do the same exact thing as the last time, just deliver the vehicle, do not crash it. And that's exactly what I did right here. I drove with care because I didn't want to lose a single penny off this car. I delivered to this man right here. He's so happy he got his new car, and got myself $60,000 right there. Pretty darn easy if you ask me. So after that, I decided, hey, let me come over here to my gosh darn MC Club. And now you ask yourself, Dib, why are you going in there? What's in there? What could possibly be in there? Well, guess what? We have ourselves an ATV in my gosh darn garage right here, or that there might be a bike there. So go ahead and do the same exact thing we're going to do right here with the gosh darn cars we did at the auto shop. But basically, this is like the system mission for the auto shop, but it's also right here in our gosh darn MC Clubhouse. Now, just like the same thing I did with the auto shop, I put everything they told me to put on. Or that if your heart wants anything on there, put whatever you want there. You might lose some money, so keep that in mind. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and deliver this right here. You ask yourself, Dib, does this count? Now, right here, $50,000 payment. Does this count just like the auto shop? If I crash into anything, do I lose money? Yes. You want to drive with care with this as well. Even if it's a bike or a gosh darn ATV I have right here, you want to drive carefully. Listen, you don't want to go crazy with this, just like the auto shop cars. You don't want to do anything nuts. So I delivered the gosh darn ATV to this guy, and he was happy as anybody else could possibly be. I got myself $60,000 right there, which is tremendous because I didn't even know I had the ATV in there this whole entire time. I just walked in there and said, hey, look at this thing here. I could probably sell this, and that's exactly what I did. Then after that, I decided to make more money. I came over here, I saw Jared's Cash. This little gosh darn purple box, you're going to see with a question mark on there. Listen, this thing here, I believe right now it's double money and RP on it. If you didn't know, this is a daily thing in GTA Online. And now me personally, I was so happy because look at this. My box was right next to me. This is like you get yourself a gosh darn Amazon box on your front steps. You open it. You're like, this isn't mine, but it looks tremendous. So you're going to go ahead and keep it. $30,000 in the pocket. We love to see it. The questions to ask right now, are we not getting rich from this? We are, because we got more money methods coming up to make ourselves even more rich in this game. So go ahead and jump over here. Now we're going to call my man Dax up. Dax, this guy here looks a little wrecked. And the reason why we're calling Dax because our man's got ourselves some work here. Request work from Dax. Now we had an easy peasy lemon squeezy type of mission. I love this mission because it's easy. I had to come over here, how to become a gosh darn postman. You know, a guy does a mailman they would call him. So I had to night these NPCs. There'd be 3 guards chilling over here. So I said, no, what? Listen, I need to get the mail. So I became a mailman and got myself in this mail van right here. Now as you said, what do you got to do with this van right here? Well, we got to go over here to Los Santos Customs because we need to put a little device in it. Now the device they're going to give you is free, so you don't need to pay a gosh darn penny on it at all. So don't worry about that. So I came in here. I said, you know what, Benny? I got a problem right here. I got to put a nice little gosh darn remote in here, and bada boom, bada bing. Now when you go to the location right here, there's a lot of NPCs. You got to pay attention if you have this mission right here. If you alert the NPCs right here, they're all going to night you pretty darn fast. So keep that in mind. You want to be a little John Cena in this mode. You don't want to be seen by anybody. So go ahead, drive that little mail van in here. Pretend you know what you're doing. Pretend you're a mailman. Park it right next to the suspicious big gasoline container right there. Get yourself out of it. Now the cones, we got to stay out of the cones. The blue cones, you got to stay far away. Learn the patterns of the people walking like I did right there. Now it's time to be a silent fart and get out of here nice and silently. Listen, nobody likes a silent fart unless it's your own and you love your own brand. Listen, we all love it, right? So I started slowly but surely walking like a crab out of this place because listen, I didn't want to get seen. I know what happens if they see you. And listen, to be honest with you, it's not worth it. Crawl like a crab because if they see you, trust me, you're gonna get night-nighted pretty darn fast because they have like auto aim on this mission. It's not worth it. So I got in this big old trash bin and got myself out of there. You actually said, Dib, okay, now you're crab walking. What are you doing now? I'm walking straight like a normal person is. Also, a side note, I need to call one of my contacts. My contacts will be this person right here. Now once I press that button, bada boom, bada bing, no NPCs be messing with you. Look at this, the shaking of the screen got me a little upset because listen, I got a little vertigo. Listen, it happens. I got my press, I said flail, so I got myself out of there. I got the fuzz on me, and eventually I lost the fuzz, and I got myself $50,000 for that mission right there. Our boy Dax came in the clutch with the 50K. But wait, we're gonna make ourselves even more money right now in GTA Online. Now every week there's gonna be a time trial. Now for this week, my time trial was right over here by the airport. Now I'll be honest with you, this one here is pretty darn easy. Look how far I gotta go. It's a pretty darn easy time trial. It's not like a Mount Chiliad time trial with the high blood pressure is a guarantee. This one here, no high blood pressure. Only thing you really gotta watch out for is a car. So now I know where to go. I'm gonna go ahead and drive there with a bike. Now you can use a car, you can use a bike, but I want to know in the comments below, what do you usually use when doing time trials in GTA Online? Me personally, I like using a bike because it's fast and easy. That's my choice of vehicle when doing the time trials. Now I recommend doing this too. Watch out for cars because trust me, like I said before, they have a mind of their own, especially when coming up this little mountain right here. They're gonna pop out of nowhere from the gosh darn driveway, so keep that in mind. Now if you have a lot of time on the clock, you want to do some fun stuff like I'm about to do right here. I take like a little secret route right here. I go through the woods. I can just take the road, but I'm doing a little fun way. I said, know what, the wilderness, maybe I hit a skunk or something. There's no skunks in this game, but maybe I hit like a dragon or something like that. Who knows what's in these woods over here? So bada boom, bada bing, $100,000 when this is double money, and the RP on this is $200,000, which is tremendous. Now right after that, he said, Dib, you know what, you're making a lot of money right now. You're making me so rich. What are we gonna do now? What HSW time trial right here? $250,000. Listen, if you have an HSW upgraded car or bike, I recommend doing it because listen, what are you doing with your life? This is tremendous money. Look how easy this is. Now for this week, my HSW time trial is right over here. I don't ever sweat when doing these time trials because I'm the most fastest bike in GTA 5 Online. Only time I really do sweat if I hit a car, but most of the times if I hit into a car, I fly off my bike, I get back on it, and I still complete the time trial. That's the ultimate flex for this bike, how fast it is. I have 2 minutes and 38 seconds to complete this thing here. I'm going to complete this way under that time because listen, this bike is just so fast. I recommend getting it. It's a pricey bike, but hey, trust me, you're going to make the money back in a couple months because it's $250,000 every week in GTA Online when doing these HSW time trials. Listen, I love it because it's so much money and I usually get very rich from these things. Trust me, like a month I make $1 million plus from these things. So bada boom, bada bing, right here is my destination. Giving myself right there 20 seconds plus on the clock, $252,000 in the bank, just like that. You just love to see that, but wait, we're going to make ourselves even more money right here. Now, if you didn't know, on Next Gen, there's a thing you can do every day in GTA Online and get yourself $100,000 is right here. There's going to be 3 animals I'm going to tell you to take pictures of. Me, I have a seagull, I had a cat, and I had a pug. Pretty darn easy, right? So I was randomly walking around town, I saw a cute little cat at a distance. Listen, I'm not getting close and personal to it because listen, the thing might have rabies. You just got to stay a distance from it. If it's foaming from the mouth, run the other way and run as fast as possible. So I took a photo of the cute little kitty cat and got myself $20,000 right there. Hey, not bad, not bad. 1 down, 2 more to go. At a pug and a seagull. So I came over here to the rich part of town where the rich people go ahead and buy stuff, and I saw a cute little pug. I'm like, oh, there we go. This guy isn't foaming from the mouth. So I took the photo of the pug and bada boom, bada bing, $20,000 in pocket. So after that, I had to get myself the picture of a seagull. Now I came over here to the docks. That's probably gonna find yourself a seagull. I saw 2 of them over here chilling, probably talking crap about myself. So I said, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take a photo of that. I got myself an extra $60,000. Give me a total of $100,000. You could do this daily in GTA Online. Give you a total of $700,000 in a week. So after that, I came over here to my executive office. Yes, said, Deb, what are you doing over here by your executive office? Are you crazy? Well, a little bit. I'll be honest with you, a little crazy. So I went upstairs and I said, no, to my assistant, what is going on? And she says, no, we have export mixed goods ready for you. And I'm like, no, what? That's actually a good thing to do. So I did export mixed goods. I had to go outside. Now, once outside, I had to go to one of my warehouses where the truck could be chilling like a villain. So I said, you know what? I got to go over there and get this truck, right? So I started flying to one of my warehouses around the map. It might be a random one you have. It's going to be right there chilling. You're going to say to yourself, Dib, you know what? I don't know why you're doing this. Well, guess what? When this is double money and RP on this is an easy mission, as you can see right there. That's $100,000. But since it's not double money and RP, right now this only net is $50,000. But the best thing about this, every 48 minutes in GTA Online, that's a full day, you can actually do this again. So it's like a 48-minute cooldown period. It's not that bad because when you do all these money methods and whatnot, you're making a whole bunch of money. Time passes by and eventually you can do it again. If you're really grinding this stuff out here, I feel like you did it 4 minutes ago because time passes by when you're grinding for money in this game. That I can tell you. So over here by the docks, I got to deliver it. You can crash the vehicle. Nobody cares. It's just export mixed goods. So my destination was right here by this big old crane at the docks here. Bada boom, bada bing. I wish it was a double money and RP on this, but right now it's only $50,000 at the time I'm making this video. So I delivered the gosh darn truck right here and I got myself $50,000. So right after that, I came over here to my bunker. If you didn't know, the bunker has like a system mission just like this thing here. It's good, it's easy, it's great, it's grand, it's wonderful. You can do this in an invite only session. So we got to deliver this truck to the ammunition place. Now, you ask yourself, Div, how hard is this mission? Well, sometimes NPCs start spawning out of nowhere and they can knight you pretty darn fast, but I eventually made it there unharmed and hyped because I got myself an extra $50,000. Again, you can do this every 40 minutes in GTA Online, just like the last mission I showed you, which is pretty darn good. So after I did that, I decided to come over here to my agency and I said, no, what, is that $50,000 again right there for one of these little contracts? I said, no, what, I'm going to do it security contract, why not? Now for this security contract, I had to go over here to West Vinewood, right? There'd be a guy chilling on a motorcycle. Don't get too close and personal to this man because you're going to scare him. Now this guy, I'll be honest with you, doing this mission, this NPC drives so slow. They're like old people driving slugs on turtles in Texas. Listen, it's just so slow. No jokes, it took me like 5 minutes to get to the destination because this man had to go over here to the rail yard. Rockstar, if you're watching, maybe, I'll be honest with you, just fast forward this, make this man drive like he doesn't care about anybody else on earth but himself. I do care about you because you're the true MVP. If you're still on this video, drop an M in the comments and I'll heart every one of those comments because you're my boy, the true MVP, and I'll know you in the comments below. So I made it to the destination, right? It took a full year. And I had to reach all the anger out because, listen, I spent like a millennium trying to get to this location. I came in this garage right here. I said, you know what? Listen, there's moonshine in here. Moonshine. I don't drink, all right? I don't drink. I usually just drink water or seltzer, but not today. I'm not drinking no moonshine. Not for me. So I night-night all the NPCs here. Now, night-night all NPCs, I had to night-night the moonshine as well because, listen, that's an object and it was in my way. It was like 6 crates of moonshine, I believe. So I just hit in my little gator's get and bada boom, bada bing. Once I done that, guess what? I got to throw the stickies on the wall. 3 stickies I got to put on here because this place is about to go up in flames. Listen, this place, not good. The moonshine, there's evidence everywhere. Listen, we're going to get rid of the evidence, all the moonshine. Everything's going to disappear pretty darn fast. So the last flash charges on the wall. I gotta get myself out of here because listen, I'm about to get vertigo once again. So I flew away as Casper the Friendly Ghost, sat here for a couple minutes, got myself some motion sickness mixed with a little bit of vertigo, and said, you know what, I gotta get myself out of here because I just got myself 4 stars. And where to go? I became a Ninja Turtle, went underground, sat here for a couple minutes and just chilled, you know. Eventually to the stars went away and got myself, look at this, $50,000. You just love to see it. Now, since I had 4 stars, I want to become a cop now, right? So I got myself my police car that cost too much money for me to even say how much it costs because Rockstar, the gosh darn economics in this game make no sense. So I did a mission of dispatch work to see, you know, how easy this mission was. And I was actually surprised. It was a pretty darn easy mission. I actually like my cop car. To be honest with you, it looks pretty darn sweet. I like the lights on top. It looks cool. So I was playing an episode of Cops and I came across this little scene going on here. Listen, I'll be honest with you, not on my watch. To be honest with you, I don't have a watch, but if I did have a watch, sure as hell would not be on it. So bada boom, bada bing. What I gotta do? I gotta go ahead and night-night the NPCs. We're doing this fast and easy way, which means going in there and night-night the NPCs because listen, they have some stuff in that truck right there. Listen, you can't be having that stuff on my streets, I tell you. So I had to do what I had to do and I did what I did. So bada boom, bada bing. The last guy right here, listen, he almost got me. I'll be honest with you, he almost got me. So I saw the stuff in the truck and said, you know what, I can probably get this. And eventually he let me, got it. I got myself back into my nice police car that costs too much money. You actually said, Dib, how much did that police car cost all the modifications on? I'll be honest with you, I could just call the cops in the game and get a free police car, Rockstar. Maybe that one went off your head, but that's okay. We're not going to judge, right? I made it back to Vince's place right here. Rockstar also have a little thing to say. Maybe up the pay, $25,000. Maybe $50,000 to $35,000 are pretty good, but $25,000, yeah, maybe up it up a little bit. So that's why I went to the island to do the heist setup, and I saw a circle. I'm like, what is this over here? I was a little intrigued by this. A circle, a question mark, as we all know, I'm a man of questions. So I pulled out my Jimmy Neutron device. If you're ever on the island, you see a little circle like this right here, there's a question mark on it, your Jimmy Neutron device is going to find the gosh darn treasure. Now, I was walking around the gosh darn island looking for this thing. Now, the higher it goes, it means the closer you're going to get to it. It's like a little metal detector, but it's time it's looking for money. Like, you ever find money doing metal detecting stuff? I actually found $5 the other day walking home. I want to know in the comments below, what's the most money you ever found on the streets in real life? Mine was probably $40 at Walmart. I felt so bad, but I found it, right? But I also found myself some treasure right here on the island right here. This little hump is going to have some money for you. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe the sand off this gosh darn money right here. It's just double money in RP. It's well worth it, but it's also worth it right now. Right now, it gives us $25,000. When it's double money in RP, that's $50,000. But what, you get yourself even more money on this island if you didn't know. There should be another spot somewhere in the island and scoping out the place for the heist. Me was right over here. I found myself another little thing of gosh darn treasure. So I started digging like I did the last time and said, you know what, how much is this little case here going to give me as well? I got myself $25,000, a total of $50,000 just coming over here to the island looking for some treasure. Not that I was satisfied, I went back to the island and I came over across this little blue dot. I'm like, I know what this is. I know what this is. There's actually 10 cars you can get a day in GTA Online. Now, the car I had right here was a Vice City Classic. I love this car. Now, I got to bring this car, once I get into it, I got to bring it to the docks. This thing here is going to give us some good old money. You can get yourself $200,000 a day if you get all vehicles. When this is double money and RP, you get all 10 cars in one real life day. That's $400,000. Not bad at all. So drive with care. I believe even if you crash it, it's not going to worry. Nobody's going to care about it. Just drive with care. You know, be nice, be a good person. Also, you're going to need the auto shop. If you don't have this, you don't ever see this ever on the map, you're going to need the auto shop for this. So, you know, keep that in mind. If you don't have the auto shop, you're not going to see this car spawn. But if you do have an auto shop, you're going to start seeing these cars spawn all around the map. And it's a random time they spawn. So if they don't spawn for you, you might just be the grace of God and eventually it just pops up for you like it did for me. I'm like, oh, this is pretty sweet. You know, you get 10 of them a day, you get $200,000. Not bad at all. So I came over here back to the docks. This place is a hot spot to deliver vehicles for some reason. So I delivered over here by the docks. So we always do every car we deliver apparently. You got myself $20,000, 10 of them in total, $200,000. Not bad, right? Now, since we're talking about cars here, I'm going to get myself in this tow truck right here and start towing cars because that's fun to do. This is here at my salvage yard. So I'm getting myself right here in my tow truck and do some lizard lick towing right here, go around town, picking up the vehicle that when you go out there and get. For me, it was all over here. My car was just chilling right there. The guy outside, I'm not sure if they attack you sometimes, but I was backing up slowly, carefully. I didn't want to damage this vehicle. I don't know what happens if you damage it, but me personally, to tell you the truth, I kind of crashed eventually. I'm going to do this the real life tow truck kind of way. When you tow a truck and you go back and you find your car, it's like, why is this dents on my car? I can tell you exactly why, because I was driving it like this right here, and this is what happens. So make sure you don't destroy the vehicle. Now I had to go ahead and deliver my vehicle back to my salvage yard, and eventually they can scrape it for parts, making my money in my safe go up a little bit faster. Tremendous. After that, I said, you know what, let me do some VIP work. I recommend doing Sightseer because it's a pretty darn easy mission, especially when it's double money and RP in it. So we got to find ourselves 3 briefcases around the map. We have around 15 minutes to complete this. So the first location I need to go to, I need to figure out where it is. I had to do this nice little puzzle right here. Once I figure out what the location was, I'm going to go ahead and fly to it. Now, if you have a car, you can just drive to it. It's going to take some time to drive around the map because sometimes they throw it in 4 miles away from you. So eventually reach over here to this nice destination. Got my first little briefcase right there. Once I done that, you can ask yourself, what do you got to do now? You got to do another gosh darn little puzzle, right? So I complete that puzzle right there. I had to go to the second destination. It was by the docks right here. I scooped up this little briefcase, and guess what? Last but final, we have ourselves the last last puzzle we gotta do. I was pretty happy because the last location I need to go to is right over here by the airport. I have around 4 minutes left in the clock, so I get the full entire payout, giving me $25,000 when there's a double money and RP in it. That's $50,000. After that, I came over here, and if you didn't know, every day in GTA Online, you're gonna have yourself these energy drink time trials for these bikes right here. You don't need a bike at all to do to it. It's free to jump into it. So bada boom and bada bing, I did it. Now, if you didn't know, this is $50,000 every day in GTA Online. Rockstar usually puts this a double money and RP randomly, so I recommend doing these every day if you need the money. Now, if you do the math, if you do this every day in GTA Online, you're gonna do it once a day. You're gonna get yourself around $350,000 plus in a 7-day span, which is tremendous. If you need the money, it's free to get in. It's like leaving money on the table if you don't do it. But look at this right here. It's easy peasy lemon type of squeezy type of stuff. Just riding a bike on a gosh darn trail. Look how easy this was. Getting myself $50,000 right here. Double money in RP. That's $100,000. Listen, not bad. We like what we're seeing. So right after that, I decided to get some high blood pressure. You ask yourself, but why you do this to yourself? I gotta show you how to make this easy money. So I came over here to RC Bandit time trial. Now you need to have yourself one of these little gosh darn toy trucks or toy cars to do this with. It pays out good. It's $350,000 every week as well, just kind of like the energy drink time trials we just did. So if you have yourself one of these, hey, I recommend doing them. Even though it does give me high blood pressure, I get a little sweaty when doing them because sometimes I literally fail. But don't worry, you'll become victorious because eventually you will win the time trial and get yourself that $50,000. Double money and RP on it, it's $100,000 plus. So right after that, after getting high blood pressure, I asked myself, what are we gonna do now? What else can we do to make money? So I came over here. Now there's gonna be a stash house. If you don't have any gosh darn business around the map, nothing like that, you're just new in the game, you're just chilling like a villain, listen, come over here to the stash house because you can get yourself some good money by going to this place. So I went downstairs and stopped a little party going on here because listen, I need to get a code, I need to get myself in this safe right here. Watch out for these NPCs because trust me, they have tremendous aim. I know jokes, for I don't have ammo, so the only thing I had left to use was my stick. I had literally this stick right here. This stick comes in handy. I said, you know what? See you later, I'll get a night-night. Now once I night-night this NPC, I gotta find a little sticky note that's yellow saying all the numbers. Now my numbers was 1, 23, 45. Now you can always remember those numbers pretty darn good. You can write it down if you really need to. You do this once a day in GTA Online, they're always gonna be different, so keep that in mind. So I'll go ahead, I put the gosh darn codes into the safe. I got wherever was in there. Now since I have no businesses around the map, nothing out there to take this money from, I'm actually gonna get some cash for this, which is tremendous. So I started running, I got hit by a car. So I got up and I kept on running. Listen, you don't see somebody like this. I'm built differently, right? So I started running, got myself $32,000, which is pretty darn good. But wait, if you want to make yourself even more money right now in GTA Online, especially if you're a new player, watch this video right here. Literally, I show you a rank 0 to make